An international protest movement has erupted after a Toronto police officer reportedly made a flippant comment back in January. Now, word is the officer said that women could avoid being raped by not dressing like sluts. Now, he's since apologized, but the reaction has been fierce. In response, those angered by the comments formed, quote, slut walks. Now, the first protest was in April in Toronto. Since then, people in other cities have taken up the cause. This past Saturday, about 2,000 protesters took to the streets of Boston. Now, it wasn't the first protest. It won't be the last, as others are already being scheduled. Joining me now with reaction are Grammy Award-winning artist Rebecca St. James and Fox News contributor, the one and only Tamara Holder. Guys, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
All right, so I think we all agree. At least I would assume we agree. I don't think you can ever blame the victim. Ever.
No,
I mean,
never.
period, end of sentence. I don't care if it's late at night, they're in a bad neighborhood, what they're wearing, if they're naked. No means no. We all agree on that?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so the officer apologized here. Tamara, should that officer be forgiven?
He didn't actually apologize, Sean. He was on campus, and he was supposed to teach these women about their dangers of being a woman on campus. He said that he was sorry that he offended some people. But the greater issue here is that there is an attack on women in general. Just because you're dressed provocatively does not mean that you welcome an abuser. And, you know, if you're a parent out there and you have a son, you should tell your son, if you ever touch a woman, you will go to prison. And
right,
if you
I agree
have a
with that.
daughter,
We just all conceded that point. No one's disagreeing. You know, no means no.
But he didn't
No one ever blame the victim. We all agree. But here's the question: is there? Look, I think of all the women in my life. The fact that rape happens is a horrifying thought. You don't want any woman to ever be a victim of this. So the question is there advice, if it's on a college campus, to the women in our lives that can reduce their risk, and are you allowed to talk about it? Rebecca.
You know, I mean, I absolutely agree with you that there is never an excuse, no matter how a woman is dressed, for a man to abuse a woman. I think there has to be responsibility, though, for what a woman is wearing, personal responsibility. I love the T-shirt, modest is hottest. I absolutely believe it. I got married 2 weeks ago to a holy hunk. I've lived out purity. I've spoken about it. I have a book about it. I have a song about it. Purity and modesty go hand in hand. I think when a woman is dressing in an immodest way, in a provocative way, she's got to think about what is she saying by her dress. Because to a lot of guys, and I just wrote another book about it called What Is He Thinking? I interviewed these guys, and they're saying,
you interviewed one of them is me.
Yes, one of them is absolutely you. You're in the book.
All right, but let me ask you this, but I want to stay specifically on this point.
They're asking for sex. They're asking for sex if they're dressing
women
immodestly.
Women are asking for sex by the way that they're dressed.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
44% of all girls who are raped are under the age of 18. This is a major problem that we have in society. When you have somebody like Christine O'Donnell who's saying that using a vibrator is, you know, cheating on her husband, or these ridiculous things, someone like Senator DeMint who says that sexually active unmarried women shouldn't be teaching, or somebody like Senator
Tamara,
Kyle
hold on
who
a second,
says
before you
that
finish
90% of all abortions
let me go back,
are by
because I don't have a lot of
Planned
time.
Parenthood.
Is there advice that we can give to women to reduce their risk? And if the answer, what would the advice be, Tamara? What do you tell women that we love, how they can reduce their risk of being a victim? Is there anything you can say to them?
Absolutely.
What?
As somebody who sees violence every day, I would tell the women to be aware of the signs.
What is the advice?
Be aware of the signs of a violent person. Violent people exhibit behaviors all the time that they are going to attack. Be aware and be vigilant.
Can you stay away, for example, would it be wrong to say stay away from bad neighborhoods that are known for high crime rates, late at night? What other advice would you give, Rebecca?
Tamara, I mean, what are women saying by dressing provocatively? I mean, I think they're saying, I'm easy. I'm asking you to look at me as a sexual object rather than a woman worthy of respect. And I think these women that are marching and saying, I should be able to wear whatever I want and have absolutely no responsibility for it. Okay, do they want to be treated like a sexual object all the time? I disagree with you. What are they saying? These women mothers that are marching, what are they saying to their young girls?
Absolutely.
Yes,
we got to run. Last question. Tamara, would you advise your daughter not to dress provocatively?
No, I would tell my daughter to dress however she wanted and to be aware
Oh,
of the
my
signs of an
goodness.
abusive person.
That is
It has
scary.
nothing to do with how you dress, but who you are inside.
Yeah, we
and
established
what
that. You don't
have
blame the
to
victim.
offer.
I'm just asking, would you,
I think we as women need to be
your other-
responsible
Rebecca's
for what we're
blaming.
wearing. I think we need to be responsible for what we're wearing and how it is impacting the
Responsible
men
for
in
what?
our lives.
All right, we got to run. Guys, good to
Responsible
see
for
you
what
both.
we're wearing.
Rebecca, Tamara, thank you.